Thank you everyone for being here for the April 24th Philadelphia Events Committee meeting. Before we get started, we just have a little housekeeping for the committee. We had 2 movie nights, a teen movie night and a family movie night. I want to thank all the committee members who were able to help for both of those events. Melissa, can you give us the count for the family movie night?
The family, we have 4 adults show and 15 kids.
And then the teen
The
movie night?
teen movie, we had 5 adults and having a hard time remembering the exact number, but I do think that we had somewhere around 24.
That's
I want to say 24 teenagers there for that one. And we had 2 from Medway come down.
That was Dressing Park, right?
Yeah. So that was
fun.
really, really good. And they really enjoyed having UPA there for the concession. So that worked out really good. UPA, United Performing Arts, Unified Performing Arts.
Unified, okay.
Yeah, they're doing concessions for us at the movies. So that worked out really good.
Thank you.
Does anyone have anything they want to bring up before we get going in the agenda?
How much did that cost you?
I can get you those figures, but that we purchased that subscription back in December. I don't have that number on the top of my head, but we have a subscription for the whole year. Our license covered us.
That from the film, I was talking about food.
The food costs us nothing.
Oh,
The boosters, they sell the concessions and then they make a profit to go into the boosters.
we didn't raise the money actually. We asked for $500 for each one of those.
That was over the Christmas.
Yeah, for the Christmas.
Those were the 2 movies prior.
So moving on to the bike rodeo, an update. Tom, have you picked it a weekend, a Saturday on May 20th? And what are the times? And do I have a committee second for that? Hello. All those in favor? Awesome. 6. Perfect. Tom, do you have any updates for us on the bike rodeo? And the Gear Library has committed to partnering with us. We will help them set up an obstacle course and they will do the obstacle course. Bailey is so stoked to help us out. Cones so far is all I need. I'll get an exact number. Do we have any other thoughts or suggestions on the bike rodeo before moving on?
Volunteers, do we need any volunteers to help out with that at all?
We always
Oh,
could use
yeah,
volunteers.
we need a lot of them.
I've had quite a few of the kids from the school asking already for the 8th graders going into, okay.
If you can start
I
making
was
a
gonna say, there's a,
Anybody 16 or under has like.
And Catan Area Trails has said they're gonna look to see if they can get us some volunteers as well.
Yeah.
So I'll keep everyone posted.
I mean, I just mean the kids are still looking for community service hours, so I've had parents be like,
Good.
what is there?
We get a weekend.
So I'll
Yeah,
make
because
that
we're-
list for you, yep.
They're looking.
I'm happy to go with you and look. And so we can come up with a game plan before the next meeting. Right. Any other thoughts, comments,
Yes,
questions?
yes. You have an extra writing utensil. You're saying mom in a room full of volunteers training.
Can I ask where the rodeo is going to be?
Yep, it's located, it's going to be at Granite Street. In the parking lot. I will get Design Lab on making a flyer. ASAP, and I'll hope to have that by the next committee meeting. Approval. Spring movie nights, we went over the totals. We need to start selecting movies for May. The suggestion we had, was Mother's Day movies with mom for that weekend, doing like maybe a matinee or a Friday night or Saturday night. The suggestions were Red or Brave, but a consensus between students and after talking with teens and kids would be a good one would be Brave. That's more about a mother-daughter relationship.
We have to remember that prom is Saturdays.
Oh, it is?
Oh, yeah.
No, May 13th is prom.
So maybe even though during the week beforehand, a family movie night like we just did, we'll have to play around with
You
it.
have to do it like
Yeah,
Yeah, because Friday they'll be decorated.
Friday, they'll start getting the trip ready.
we could even do May 6th, the weekend before. May
Yeah.
5th or 6th. Does May 6th sound good?
I don't see anything on the schedule that would.
I'll check with the
Yeah.
school and email the committee those dates. The next suggestion to add in a teen movie night throughout that weekend, we can look at May 21st. So after, or no, that's April, sorry, guys. May 21st
May 21st is a Sunday. It would be the 27th. That's Memorial Weekend.
I was looking at the wrong calendar. I was looking at April. So my suggestion would be May 19th or May 20th. Well, probably May 20th because Saturdays work better for the school department.
Yeah, we could do the bike rodeo in the morning and then do the night. Fun-filled weekend. Yeah. Drink your coffee, Tom.
Well, Melissa, we can handle the movie
Yeah,
night. That's pretty
That would be good.
pretty
You haven't done a bike
sustainable.
rodeo, have you? You go home after a bike rodeo, you're not going.
Okay, so May 20th. My suggestion for that movie would be the second place choice off of our surveys, which was Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
The original.
Yes.
Yes.
How cool are these teenagers?
Yeah. I just did a presentation on Back to the Future and the whole class was old enough to know what I was talking about, but.
And then we have, if we'd like, because our license covers, so we might as well get as many movies in as possible and have them planned out. My final suggestion would be May 27th. And showing Lyle Crocodile, as that was the
Yes.
second place movie for the kids.
And they were asking.
They were very
They
upset
were
that they
very
didn't have
upset,
some
yeah.
kids.
Lyle.
Crocodile.
Lyle.
Yep. They were talking all about it.
Do I have a second for those three suggestions? Go ahead, Tom.
We get to school by then.
I'll find out.
Because that's that Memorial weekend.
I have, like I've done every single
Yeah.
meeting after we voted on them, I always confirm with the school.
Mhm.
Do we have a second? Me. All those in favor? Thank you, guys. Do we have any other thoughts on May's movie nights? Awesome. The next item would be to continue the partnership with the UPA. They really enjoyed being invited to sell concessions, and they would love to continue that partnership. As long as everyone on the committee is comfortable, I'd like to continue that.
Don't cost us.
No, not at all, but I just wanted to clear it and make sure they want to continue even when we transition to the outdoor drive-in out back in the
Yeah.
summer months. They'd like to continue in supporting us. We're all good with that?
Maybe.
Awesome. And we jumped ahead and did the additional movies in May. June, I just asked that everyone starts wrapping their head in at the next committee meeting. If we can bring those to the table the first week of May and get June mapped out and potentially into July, that would be really helpful. I'd like to start advertising as soon as possible for these. So I just ask that everyone look at some newer movies and come to the table with some great suggestions. Or even older movies, because as we found out, Back to the Future was a winner. Does anyone have any thoughts on spring movie nights? Awesome. Moving on, I know most people are here for the 4th of July celebration. The first thing I want to go over is a couple updates. I printed these to share. Design Lab has started beginning our advertisement, working on it. This is going to be the banner for this year. And then as long as the committee is happy with this, I will pass these two around. They also made a calling all vendors with a link to our vendor application,
Okay.
advertising that we're looking for artisans, crafters, and food trucks. And then additionally, as we pass that around, our other update is the Millinocket Mac and Cheese Cook-Off, which is going to take place July 3rd. Jesse, would you like to go over that?
Sure. So where we would like to do this is the rear parking lot of Stearns High School, where majority of people collect and gather right before watching the fireworks. When we'd like to have it is the entrance would deliver their dishes no later than 7 p.m. They'd start serving the judges right after that, 7:05, 7:15. So this would be happening from like 7 until right around 8:30, I think. We anticipated it being done, and right after that, it would transition almost at the same time that the fireworks would be happening. So I think you'd have the most amount of people from the Tri-Town area in the largest area that we could fit. So hopefully we can drum up some monies, because all of this, the rewards would go to, after the payouts would go to the economic development,
Back into the events committee
back
budget.
into the events committee budget, so.
Is it $5?
So the way it would play out, it would be $5 for any person who would come up and, much like the chili cook-off, you'd get a marble. And that would be towards the people's choice. You would get a sample. So if we had 7 crock pots full of mac and cheese, you get 7 samples. If we had 10, you'd get 10. If there's only 3 participants, then you'd get 3 samples. But after everything's been sampled out, then people are free to go back after the contest is over. And then we just open it up to whoever wants to finish it off. We just donate it to the public, essentially. So yeah, so $5 gets you a taste test of every mac and cheese available. And then you would put your marble into the container in front of the one that you enjoyed the most. That would be other than the 2 celebrity judges local celebrity judges who I have not picked yet.
I'm sorry, I put 3 on there, but I meant 2. So for anyone's confusion, that is my mistake.
Oh, I'm sorry, did I say 2?
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry. 3 is correct.
It is
No,
3.
3 is correct. I misspoke. Two prizes, 2 first place, 1 first place, 1 second place prize, and then the People's Choice Award prize. So the judges would be voting on the 2 best mac and cheeses. We would hand out certificates and frames. There's already a trophy so we don't want to kind of copy the trophy thing. So you just get a certificate saying that you're
How do you pick the judges?
I'm just gonna pick them. I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna try to pick some popular people around town, see if they'll be willing to do it for us.
I suggested you, Miss Kitty, but you're already a committee member.
No. I do have a daughter-in-law that is cooking for
Well, we'd love to have her enter
I
it.
mean, she
We
actually-
want as many people to enter it as possible.
how do they enter? I didn't see.
It would just get a hold of one of us.
I gave them the Design Lab is typing up a
Yeah.
poster for this, and my contact information will be on there.
So they would just apply through her, through Amber, and she would set them up. And we'd get all of to me, I don't mind having them enter up until that day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's what you wrote in. That's why I said they have until 7 p.m. must enter by 7 p.m. So even if people don't let us know,
Yeah.
just like the chili cook-off at Trails, and we sometimes have people show up that day that we weren't aware of, and that's okay. We'll overcome and adapt and include as many people as we can.
And it will be a blind taste test, so the judges will not know who's serving it to them. Who's,
And you're the one that's taking the names for the people that want to do this.
no, they're gonna apply it through Amber.
You're gonna go through Amber.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, I'll design a form ahead of time. I can
the
do that for
rules,
next
the
meeting.
entrance must enter by 7 p.m. with a 5-quart pot, it's only about that big. Mac and cheese must be the main base, you can have any other ingredient that you want. Chicken, pepperoni, however you wanna make your, whatever people do with their mac and cheeses, a baked mac and cheese, all kinds of, I've seen chili mac and cheese, I've seen all kinds of pizza mac and cheese, I've seen, when I was down in Boston, Mars, mac and cheese, that's like an auto wing right there, that's not even fair. But yeah, when I was down to, Boston and Faneuil Hall, they had a place and they must have served 50 different mac and cheeses. So it was one of those
I
things
just
that
got done making
people can go crazy with it.
that.
Dishes must be brought in a crock pot along with its own serving utensil. The entrants are not permitted to volunteer to serve. They may not judge, they may not hang around and corral around the serving area. We really want this to be kind of an anonymous.
Because the marble is the thing that's going to indicate who wins what.
Wins the People's Choice Award.
The
judges-
the
That's the one that everybody that pays to enjoy it, they get a vote on who they think should win. Yeah. And the things that I think that I'll need to run the event, anybody can feel free to add if they think something, but I need some extension cords, some power strips, 4 to 5 tables, 10 to 12 chairs, awards, certificates in the frames and the prize money, plasticware, paper plates, napkins, and trash bins and stuff like that.
Awesome. What does everyone think of this draft idea, the event, how it's laid out? Do we have any thoughts, questions, comments thus far?
Yeah, this is open to suggestions.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Chili one in front of me.
Awesome. And just for time's sake, if we have any suggestions, let's get them in because we really, before Tom leaves,
I think that's something that you should put on the.
all ages welcome.
Yeah,
sure.
Cause you
Yeah.
kid that just wants to make Melvin.
Exactly, which is- Yeah, that's why I was
And
asking,
think,
just
and
to make sure.
just to be part of it, I think
Age friendly.
Wonderful. Any other thoughts, initial thoughts on this?
it's homework.
Okay, so going over what we have so far for the final order events, I just really want to start getting schedules made and posters made. I am, speaking of posters, waiting on a quote from Design Lab so we can purchase the big posters and put them around town, maybe extend those to Lincoln in the Katahdin region. So more to come on that. So far for the order events, we have fireworks at dusk on July 3rd. Also on July 3rd, we have this mac and cheese cook-off and we will have live music. For the 4th of July, the order of events is the parade at 10:30. Having live music by Frank. He was supposed to be here, but once I give him the full breakdown, he'll get me a quote so we can approve that. If we want to look elsewhere, we're more than welcome. I just know he's historically our go-to guy for the 4th. We are using someone different, someone local and young for July 3rd, so I'm really excited that we're able to give someone else an opportunity. And other than that, we have vendors and crafters that we're hoping to have sign up. By next committee meeting, I will have multiple quotes in place. I didn't have as many as I wanted for inflatables. And can we think of any other events that we ourselves can commit to, volunteer, and get out there on the 4th of July? Just remember, anything we think of, we need people present to help us do this.
So what to do the.
What did I tell you? You want to do it, you got to take the lead and make, give us the information and then we'll all figure it out together.
Alright, I'll get what I can the next
That would be awesome. A whoopie pie off for the 4th. I would love that.
Would be a judge.
You can't be a judge.
So let's come up with a plan and then send it to me and I'll type it out just like I did and we can look at that next meeting. Now, we do have Miss Michelle here to go over some ideas for the 4th of July.
There were a couple of requests and it doesn't look like it would interfere. It's for July 1st, which would benefit everyone, but specifically it's for the class of 2003.
Awesome.
They're having their 20th class reunion and they have their own free entertainment DJ lined up for the bandstand, should that be approved. It's a DJ that is actually a member of the Chaos on the Coast out of 107 Productions. So fairly big deal. Somebody that they like and he's gonna do it for free. I
And
see
now,
Tom's wheels turning a little bit. That's Nick Simon went through me because it was also in conjunction with Arkatoden and that's the end of last week. So when okay, Sue, is that online?
I'll give you a copy. I have one right here before you go.
And then the other one would be the same thing, but on the 3rd for the Arkatoden Cornhole Tournament.
And are both of these events welcome to the public?
Yes,
Awesome.
They're gonna hold that.
at the Scudic, yeah,
Like they
the
always-
Scudic
The
hosted
school is gonna
it,
be
yeah,
where the cornhole is.
yes, yeah. And then the music would be the same DJ at the bandstand.
What time would that be?
Yes, 6 to 9 on Saturday. And 3 to 7 on Sunday,
That's PM. huh?
yes. And if there was a conflict, if you had something going on Sunday night, Nick just said the cornhole tournament could be done at 6 o'clock. I think that's what it was last year, but
Don't have anything
that's
down there anyway.
that's what I'm gathering so far, yeah.
Hold on.
Third.
Which night did you say for the cornhole
Yeah.
tournament?
The tournament's on Sunday, July 2nd,
Okay,
What was on the
3 to 7. It's their class reunion, but there will be entertainment in the bandstand.
oh, okay. Why did I have it for July 1st?
That's what I thought
I
too.
think that the-
July 1st is Saturday.
Okay, then what's going on the 3rd? I'm getting.
I don't have anything on the 3rd.
Oh, I was
Okay,
hearing you
I-
say
I
the
thought, yeah,
3rd.
that's what I thought
hearing
too.
you say
Okay.
3rd. No, I had the 1st, but then I
Yeah.
thought I had.
First and second.
Cornhole.
July 2nd is the cornhole from 3 to 7.
Like
It's
second
always
or
welcome.
third?
Second,
July 1st would be the reunion and the 2nd would be the cornhole.
Okay, I was just
Yeah.
confirming.
Yeah, that's what we
So
were.
nothing on the 3rd?
Nothing on the 3rd.
that won't-
Okay,
Even better.
Michelle, can you
That was-
email me all of those?
Yes,
Is
for
the
sure.
committee comfortable with including those on the flyer?
I think the cornhole's a good turnout anyway.
I agree, and I know that was on the
Yeah.
flyer last year, so, as long as we're all at a common consensus, I can go ahead and share this information with Design Lab, because we gotta keep it going. They need plenty of time to get this all together.
I just wanted
Now,
to bring up, I'm sorry, the farmer's market, wouldn't that be, could that be listed or no? I mean, I know it's not events committee program, but I know that there'll be a farmer's market probably on the 2nd
we've done a lot of
or on the 1st rather.
That'd
separate
be on the
advertisements.
first.
That would be on the
Mhm.
1st. Okay, I just didn't know if that needed to be listed.
Is that gonna be
People know-
down
You
at
can
the
put it
bandstand?
on.
Yeah, on
That's
the
the thing to
schedule, just to
do.
have it,
Yeah.
absolutely. We are doing quite a bit of
Location?
separate
What's the
advertising.
location?
It's
Yes.
gonna be at the
Oh, the bandstand.
bandstand, and that's gonna start.
I
You know,
read that in the
that
paper
on
already.
July 1st, under our side or is it gonna be-
Probably should be under the class of 2003. Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with Arkatoden. We'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it down. Right. Everybody else?
How was it done in the past for the cornhole entertainment?
No, the cornhole is fine, that's fun.
Cause that's Scudic.
Entertainment outside of,
Yeah,
So if for the people that are enjoying the entertainment around the bandstand, is that what you mean?
The Millinocket Events Committee sponsors our insurance.
2003. All right. You put park application in.
Great,
Yeah, this online.
Great, thank you.
Yeah,
Good
I,
suggestion.
all those in favor?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'll make it easier.
Yeah, we'll sponsor the insurance. Well, thank you guys. Do we have any final questions before we move on to our next attendant who is talking about his plans for 4th of July?
Doing it, right?
Not this far, I'm trying to, for Brian's time while you still have him.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, can you hear us? Do you wanna give us a lowdown of what you guys in Savita are looking to do or how you can lean in at the 4th of July?
Sure. Thank you for having
Oh,
me.
I'm sorry,
And,
give us background on Savita for those that don't know.
sure. No, absolutely. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, great. Yeah, so my name is Brian Garrity, and I am with an outpatient substance use treatment provider. The home office for me is Brewer, but we work throughout the state of Maine. And the connection here with hanging out with Millinocket the last 6 months plus has been because the state had come to us with some funding to ask us if we could bring the services that we offer to folks for recovery into some of the rural areas of northern Penobscot County. And that led me to meeting up with Pete, who I see just joined us, which is cool. And that's been manifesting in a few different ways. So we have been making relationships with Stearns, with Fire and EMS, with the town, East Mill, we're starting to get connected with, Medway, et cetera. So we've been really excited about what's been going on in Millinocket. And mostly to do with the town's enthusiasm about supporting families and individuals in recovery, and that being a positive thing in the town of Millinocket. So really, we're excited to be a part in any way we can to support the events that are going on around town, and if there's a way that we can highlight the hope for recovery in and among those things, we'd love to do that. So we're really open to different ideas that we can be part of that or be creative along with you guys. To what we do see has been beneficial is kind of dovetailing recovery with normal community events makes recovery from addiction more commonplace and more kind of part of standard kitchen table conversation. That's really kind of the goal. So that's where we're at, and I'm excited to help or support any way we can. July 4th, be around. And then I was talking to Amber about Trails End and things like that. We're looking to really be a part of things wherever we can to bring recovery resources in any way possible.
So Brian, my initial thought is something that we had previously discussed, potentially signing up as a vendor, having your vendor space, and again, potentially providing an activity for children while also being able to advocate for recovery. Just having your face and name out there and providing something fun for kids would be something really cool.
We have been doing a lot with cotton candy. That's been a big hit.
There you go.
We just did an event in Lincoln, and we went through well over 100 cotton candy things at a small event. So we've been doing that, and that's been fun. It's easy for us to bring it in and do that. So yeah, we'd be happy if there was a certain day you think that would be well received or a certain time slot. Happy to do that for sure.
I think it would definitely be awesome having you. The parade will start coming down around 10:30, having you in the park with your presence around that time. And when the most kids will be down there would be amazing.
Brian, do you have all your own equipment? Yeah,
We
all your
do.
own equipment. Okay.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we would provide all the supplies and all that. That wouldn't be a problem. And staff. Which day specifically is the parade? I was getting my dates mixed up.
It's on the 4th.
On the 4th specifically. Okay.
The Tuesday.
Does anyone
that'd
have
be
any
great.
other thoughts about, Savita leaning in? Any other ideas, suggestions, questions, comments, concerns?
I think it'd be good.
I do too.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you, Brian, for coming. We really appreciate it. And we appreciate
Yeah.
having Savita jump on board and lean into these various events. It's really helpful, and I think it'll inspire some more people to just know your face and connect with you.
Thank you, Amber, and thank you, everybody else.
Do we have any other updates so far on the 4th of July celebration?
Welcome.
Sorry I'm late, I apologize.
Oh,
That's
come on
okay.
in.
Have a
You
seat.
sit right here for you.
Amber, thank you.
Any other thoughts? So hopefully I'll put all of this into Design Lab and hopefully I can have a rough schedule. Either our next meeting, if not the one after.
Sorry, it just came back to me. Didn't, Pete had suggested
I'm moving on to that.
Okay.
So Tom and I met, there was a comment about the parade. And Tom and I had met with, her name is Jen, and the suggestion was that we reroute the parade, but it's, not gonna be as big as Tom and I initially thought. We want to go past the assisted living center. So the plan is to head down Central Street, turn on Penobscot Avenue. I don't know the road names after this, so turn where the Schoodic is, turn again, head down that road, and we'll loop back to Central Street. And then head back up where we met and the IGA parking
So a
lot.
little bit of Poplar, cut back on Katahdin.
Thank you.
And then
Yeah, and it's not gonna be mandatory for everyone. We're gonna have that extended parade as an open invite.
that intersection and have some road guards.
Yes, Tom is gonna take care of all of that, any road closures that need to be done. But the whole point of it is really including people at assisted living who cannot leave. I mean, some of them have been lifelong community members, and to make them a part of that is really important. At least in my
And they really
mind.
were interested in doing their float at the nursing home as well as we want to make sure they can.
Right, right. They want to be a part of the parade. So it's something so simple, and they understand that not everyone is going to want to participate, especially the walkers. However, we will encourage as many trucks, trailers, anyone on a vehicle, or even walkers to participate, as we're just cutting that barrier out. Does anyone have any thoughts or ideas?
Great.
Any final thoughts on the 4th of July celebration so far?
I'm gonna make one, but I can't be here, so I can't lead it, but years past, there was a pet parade.
Pet parade? We have written that
Yeah.
down, and you know who I put in charge of? I'll pull the notes back out, girl.
No, Stephanie was the one that came up with it.
A what?
You invented the dog. It was not me, that was Jesse.
So
When
when,
you said a pet,
A pet.
P-E-T, I thought. it was
P-E-T.
I might have been like
Pepper.
Michelle, remembering in years past. I don't think I wanted to take the lead.
but I preface with, I won't be here, but my daughter was 7 and she got first place with having her little puppy, and that was just something she'll always remember, and it was
So is that
Just
just
a-
a
just
section
a
of
little
the parade
ribbon.
where the pets go? or-
yeah, and there's a
it is?
judging at the end.
Can you send me, like, just in an email what the basics of that look like? Because I mean, if it's something as simple as including people in the parade, I don't see why we can't do that. I could easily fit that into
And it
my
could be,
stuff.
because you'd probably have a small amount with kids. I mean, having just children, because it was a children's pet parade, I think. It could be all pets and age friendly and just.
Yeah.
Now, would we have to
Still
have
have a
children
ribbon
on the
for them.
leashes and stuff like that? I mean the dog.
For
No,
sure.
I love that. Thank you, Michelle.
And we are expecting to have the Dunkin' Donut.
Yes. Melissa, I wrote the letter.
Okay.
Thank you for the sweet reminders.
Disney, I'm
She has
sorry.
been on it, reminding me to write a letter for that request.
And Sparky the fire dog will be there to walk.
Yes. Any
Amber,
of
I have a question.
the public on the 4th of
Go ahead,
July?
Pete.
What, Pete?
I was just waiting my turn. That's okay.
Go ahead,
Um,
Peter.
We had
talked about the idea several times about a judge's booth for floats. Is that something that ever took shape?
Oh, yes, judging. the
Yeah,
things.
and a
down by
theme
town hall,
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
And
think
a
you put
theme.
that.
yeah.
We need a theme.
In the past, we had it at the municipal building, right on
Yeah,
the,
yes.
by the door.
Yeah.
And Tom was supposed to present the themes, but
Here.
he just had to
You
leave,
just have to leave.
and I don't have a
I'm
copy.
having a hard time hearing. I'm sorry.
Hey, Andrew.
We're gonna go over that in the next meeting. Thank you, Peter. I will
Fantastic.
put that specifically on the agenda and remind Tom that we need that squared away.
Yep.
Awesome,
Judges
cool.
and theme. Thank you.
Would anybody consider our manager as a local celebrity?
I suggested him. I think he needs to be a celebrity or judge for the mac and cheese off.
Do you enjoy pasta, sir?
I'm sorry, I missed some of that. I had a crying.
You were just nominated.
Yes.
Oh, boy, it's a pleasure to be nominated. I'm so grateful. For what, though?
The entire room considers you a local celebrity. Are you interested in being a judge on the 3rd for the first mac and cheese
Now-
cook-off?
Now, hang on. If my significant other were to enter the contest, would that
Couldn't be a judge.
It would be a blind one.
Yeah, it's blind.
You
But
would,
it is the
blind
rule.
contest?
unless she made lobster mac and cheese and you, yes, you're absolutely correct.
I'm I'll consider it. I make fewer friends all the time in this position. Yeah,
We'll
no,
get you a top hat.
I think that's fun.
He has what I think. I bet Peter has a top hat laying around.
And a cane.
We'll
Yeah,
let
no, I
you
think that'd be fun.
marinate that.
What happened?
They think I'm a local celebrity and they want me to judge a competition.
Stephanie tackles at him.
Not a good idea, you do.
Okay. Stephanie, do you plan on joining though?
I love macaroni and cheese.
Do
Yeah.
you plan on entering?
Yes.
I like it. Thank
Can
you
it
for
just
your
be-
support.
Can it just be one or can I enter two?
Peter can enter his own,
Not if he's a judge.
right? But if he
Okay.
entered, that's still good.
Okay. I'm just gonna
I
have to
think you should
narrow it
both
down.
enter one. That would
Okay.
be great. Maybe our friend from Brian would like to be a judge.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we
I
go.
like that.
Do you enjoy?
Do you-
You look next
Do you enjoy mac
We
and
love
cheese?
enjoying.
do you-
Of course.
Favorite
That's
pastime.
Are
not
you available at
excited
7
about that.
o'clock on the 3rd?
July 3rd, 7? 7 o'clock?
Mhm.
Yes,
I have
So-
nothing on there yet, so I
you
just
do
have to
now,
check with,
sir.
I just have to check with my boss at home and I will be able to let you know.
I know that trick, Brian.
Brian, consider it an offer, and if you can, get back to us, please. I
Thank
would
you, I
love to
will,
have you
for
as a
sure.
judge.
That would
Thank
be
you. I appreciate
Very
it.
welcome.
awesome. Any other 4th of July ideas, suggestions? Okay, then that just goes to our last agenda item, because we moved 5 up, is the Live and Work Maine update. We will have a special presentation at the next committee meeting from Live Work Maine. For those of you who are new to the conversation and don't know what Live and Work Maine in Maine is, they are an organization who helps communities fund like a welcome home party, inviting newcomers, citizens, and really building that sense of community. And also in return, they really promote your community and write an article on why Millinocket would be a great place to live. So we're looking at, in the last couple meetings, we discussed doing one in August, September, in that time frame. Usually they do not do one in August. However, they have been so excited to come to Millinocket that they will make that work. So that is the update, and I will let Katie present in full their ideas and really what they do in the next meeting. I just wanted to share that we do have that ball rolling and that partnership has began, which I think is really exciting. Do we have any final thoughts from the public, from the committee, anything we want to go over before we wrap up? Okay, so I have a motion.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor? Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Brian.